Hey everyone, it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you feel right at home. We may have some weird delays in this video, folks, and it's just the internet has been up and down all afternoon. So when I got back from my long walk, I noticed that it was real wonky. So if there's some weird pauses, I apologize. I actually tried filming this a little while ago and it just would not go. And it has to do with the interrupted internet. So be patient, folks. You know, it always goes up and down. Eventually we get the job done, right? I'm on here to announce a mini challenge, and this one is super important. When I began this channel, YouTube picked Wagman 510, and I was not savvy enough back then, folks, to put a halt to that bad name before it happened. And the thing about names is that you really have maybe one shot to rename, or what we call in advertising, rebrand yourself. Because the problem is people get used to your name. They look for you by that name, they associate you with that name. Even subconsciously, if they know you've changed the name, people have a real hard time converting. So it's never really advisable in advertising. We don't suggest to our clients that they rename themselves unless it's pretty important or the timing is perfect. Well, I'm about to get a new laptop. I'm about to get a new over-the-shoulder mount. I'm about to go all semi-professional, she says, coughing, because she won't know how to use any of this equipment when she first gets it. So it's going to be a rough start. But anyway, I'm redoing. And so this might be my one shot to rename the channel and make sure it sticks. So that means I'm going to run a mini challenge from now until Sunday. And what I'm asking is that you be a subscriber of this channel. I know I never make that a requirement, but for this, I think if you're going to name this channel, you should be a subscriber and part of this community. So if you're new here, I have no problem with you participating, but I don't want you to hop in for the contest and then hop out. That's sort of one of our rules here for We Wishes, and I think it's the same thing for this. If you're coming on today and you want to stay and be part of this amazingly supportive, positive-minded community, by all means you are welcome. But to just pop in to participate in the challenge and pop out, that's not going to work here. Just because this one is about naming this channel, and for that you kind of got to be part of this community. So you have to like this video, you have to be a subscriber, you don't have to hit the notification bell. You can if you want to know when these videos come up, but it's not mandatory. But what you do have to do is leave a suggested name for the channel down below. Now, you can leave more than one suggestion. You can leave 3, 4, 5 name suggestions, whatever comes to you. But I'm only going to pick one winner, folks. One winner on Sunday evening. So I'm really excited to see what you guys think this channel is about and what you think it should be called. As Cruz pointed out, it can't just be called Rack Attack because it's about a lot more than that. So I'm so curious to see what you think. I have a couple of names in my head, but I actually decided I wanted you guys to name it because this channel wouldn't exist without each of you. So one of you is going to rename this channel because I'm going to pick one name. And I can't wait to see what you guys suggest. I cannot wait. It's so funny because it's going to be like looking at a mirror of what this channel is via your names. So I'm super excited. Please leave your suggested names down below in this video and I will count them as your contest entry. And also I'll see, maybe that's what we'll name this channel. And I'll announce on Sunday night what the new name will be. And I'm also going to convert over Instagram and everything else so that it all matches and is streamlined. So I'm super excited. I didn't get a chance to show you this week, but I did finally find cheap paper here. And so I was excited because it was fall themed and it is cardstock and it was only $2. But I mean, it's not the best and I probably won't make with it. This is a cute page. I'm going to use it for packaging. But the reason I was so excited is one, it's cardstock and it was under $2. Which is shocking here. So I was so excited. But you know, it does crease. It's like that horrible, you know, when you buy the colored paper and you fold it and it leaves that white crease. I hate that. That's when I say, ugh, bad quality paper. That's like this. So I'll have to be real careful with the packaging. But I don't have to just, my scrap pile is diminished, folks. So this is super exciting that I now have paper for packaging. So exciting. So that was my one little thing to share. I had another thing to share. My brain, oh yes, this is important. Holy swappers. All right, so when I do a swap, folks, this is something you might want to know, not just holy swappers. When I do a swap with someone, even if it's a mini swap, like a memdeck swap, something but very tiny, then even then I always include a die or a stamp always. And if I can, I also include paper pads. Well, clearly I can't include any paper pads because Missy here is relying on the $2 cardstock for packaging, right? And I don't have access to any dies or stamps. But I did put together goodies for the Holy Swappers, and I contacted Andy's store. You know, I had already ordered that ice skate that Tony featured in her design team package because I loved it and I knew it was going to make a great shaker. Tony's was beautiful, but I knew I was going to want that die. And I also was curious about that Santa bag topper. Well, after seeing Tony's video, I was like, oh yes, that is a good die and it is worth $6. So for group number 1 in Holy Swappers, that's Kayla, Orlando, Cruz, and Alicia, I ordered each of you an ice skate shaker die and a Santa bag topper die from AliExpress as your part of your Holy Swappers gifty goodies. Now, I'm sharing this with you because I just found out the 2 gift packs that I ordered from Ali still have not reached the recipients, and I ordered those 8 weeks ago. So I wrote in a complaint today to the stores. I wrote in and said, have those 2 people received them? Because I thought it was odd that I hadn't heard from either of these 2 people. They're very responsible people. And they would have been like, hey, Alicia, thanks for that. I know them. And they didn't. So I was highly suspicious. And after Dina's boot, my alarm bells have been going off. Now I'm following up on stuff that I used to just let go. Well, I'm glad I'm checking up, folks, because they haven't received those 2 packages. Won't be ordering from that store again. That's a whole other story. So I'm sharing this, guys, with Holy Swappers because I paid for rush shipping. So it is guaranteed to be there by September the 28th. Guaranteed to each of you. So please let me know if you don't receive the ice skate die and the Santa bag topper die from Andy's store by September 28th, because it's part of your goodies for Holy Swappers. And I hope you love it. I hope you love it. That Santa bag topper is so cute. And you know, I looked at the fancy dies. I went on to Simon Says Stamp. I went on to scrapbooking.com. I took a look at a whole bunch of them, and I still like that Santa bag topper best from Andy's store. So I'm so glad that I ordered it for you. I hope you love it. I'm sorry I have to ruin your goodie surprise, but it was the only way to make sure you get it, because after finding out that these 2 people have not yet received their stuff that I've ordered for them, I'm annoyed. And I got to make sure I'm following up on each of these things. You know, I always trust, you know, I give them my credit card, they say they're shipping, and I trust. But you can't just trust, folks. Not 100%. You got to follow up. I told you, my friend Carmen waited 8 months for one die from Ali. So it's not like they're saying they're not sending it, but they should have sent this already. It's 8 weeks ago. It's crazy that they haven't. So I am now following up on everything. Everything. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Those of you like Joanne, the Happy Mail Stamper, I know you represent Stampin' Up! In America, and I know that, Michelle, you do polka doodles in the UK. Can you tell me a little bit about the quality differences? I'm asking for a reason. I'll tell you, folks, I've been doing a lot of stamping, as you know, this summer, because I've had to for sentiments, right? And I have noticed a vast difference in quality in my stamp collection. So I hauled a bunch of stamps in the last year from Tuesday Morning, and from a wide variety, right? Like from My Mind's Eye, Bo Bunny, a whole bunch, Lawn Fawn, I'm trying to remember, Momenta, I don't even remember, a whole bunch. And I've been using them all. I have to tell you, Dilutions prints well each and every time I use it. I'm a big fan of their stamps. A big fan. They stamp clean. I never have any issues. They clean up beautifully. Wonderful. Some of my stamps from Ali, not so good. Most of the time my stamps from Alina are fine and work fine. And some of my stamps from KS Craft work really well. But I have to tell you, some of the others are stinkers, folks. And kind of a waste of money. And I'm like Kathy. I'm super Quetzal Create. She said this. I got to tell you, I agree with her. The Bo Bunny stamps, no good. No good. Don't spend your money on them at the Tuesday Morning or full price for them anywhere else. They don't work very well compared to other stamps. So now I'm thinking, I've been looking at all these stamps on Simon Says Stamp, on Stampin' Up, on Polka Doodles, everywhere. I want to hear from you folks that rep for these companies. Tell me a little bit about the difference in the quality of stamp, because there's a vast price difference, folks. If you're hauling stamp sets at Tuesday Morning, they're anywhere from $3.99 to $7.99. The stamps I'm looking at now are $20. $20 for one stamp. So I want to make sure Anyone ever tried a Gina K stamp? Any of my subscribers own any Gina K stamps? If yes, how do they work? Are they perfect? Are they better than Lawn Fawn? Because Lawn Fawn's pretty good. And you can get those at the Tuesday morning, or you can get them on sale at different stores. So you don't have to pay $26. So I'm just curious, folks, what's your favorite stamp? And which ones do you feel work best each and every time? And Joanne the Happy Meal Stamper and Michelle, Crafty Michelle, tell me a little bit about what you love about each of your stamps that you rep. Because I'm trying to think if I need to upgrade a little, but I want to be sure I'm making the right decision before I do it. I tell you, I've been watching a lot of pro stamp videos this week, guys, and learning lots. Simon's he's a really good stamp teacher. He teaches lots of craft hacks that I love. I shared 2 of them with you yesterday. I've learned loads from him. So again, anyone own his stamps? I just ordered one of his super fancy stamps, but they are not cheap. They are not cheap, folks. They start at 16 bucks. Ouch. Ouch. So let me know what you think. What are your favorite stamps? What's the company that you rely on the most? And let me know why. Because if I'm going to make this kind of investment, I have to really think about it. It means I have to be super judicious about the stamps I buy. All right, that's it for now. I hope all of you are having an amazing crafty day. I have to get back to some work. I'm working on something that's a little complicated. I'm putting on some touches, and it takes a quiet, sort of quiet mind to do it. You know, the devil's in the details. It's in the details. And when you're working on a bigger project like this one, you want to make sure all the details are just perfect. And I'm definitely channeling Crafty Kimchi and walking away, looking at it, walking away, making sure I'm happy with every little detail. You know, a swap or a major project is not born in one night in the craft room. It's not. It's an investment of time and effort, and those of us who are very slow makers, Dean and I are very slow, it takes even longer. But it's worth it, because it's all in those details, folks. Whipping together a project, it always shows. But when you invest in one, it also shows. And the details, it's all about those details. All right, I'll be back on later today. See you later, folks. Happy Thursday.